soon. Hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, today we are going to be working on some flowers and our Hexi cardigan. I know I mentioned the raccoons, but that's because I forgot that it was Mother's Day week. So I need to make some flowers and then I will be working on the raccoon next week. So for now, I have a couple made. I need to make I have another pink one made, just not on a stem yet. And then I need some purple ones to go in here. So that is what we're gonna start with anyway. All right. Let's see. I was looking for the remote. I do not know where I put it. I meant to bring it over here so I could have the television on at least a little bit. Let me see if I can grab it. Oops, don't see it. Oh, there it is. Got it. Found it. Nugget, hello. Hello. Let's see. Hello, doing good? Let's see. I had to make my before I started. I didn't want to see Ned diving. Hello. Hi, Becky. Hi. Dude. Hey, Ned. I see you up there. My fish. Yeah, I see him. I see him swimming around. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So right now I am working on a couple flowers and then I will work on my Hexi cardigan, which is right here. This is the second half of it and I have, I think, like one more quote rainbow to go before it's big enough. And then I can start working on the back and then attaching everything. I didn't realize that you have to add rows to the back of it, but now I know. I wasn't following a pattern, and then I consulted one, and I was like, oh, so I need to figure out how to do the rows on the back, and then I will be able to attach it. I'm so excited. And then I need to do the cuff, since I think I'm going to do cuffs on it. Thank you. I'm so excited for it. Gosh, I don't have a frog. I didn't have one earlier today. But yeah, I'm so excited. I love the colors. I bought all the colors. Hi, Rosalie. I bought all the colors for this when Joann's was going out of business, and they were, you have to use your gift card within the next 2 weeks, or you can't use it anymore. And I bought all these big twists value acrylics in all these colors, and this was the plan for it. And I didn't know if I was going to have enough, but it seems like I have enough, so I'm so excited. So excited. And then I'm going to use hot pink probably for the cuffs. I just need to figure out if I need to go around one more time with the pink, but I don't think I do since I'm doing the back panel stripes, whatever the panel, I guess. It's just extra stripes to make the neck more comfortable, I understand. And I think you can also, well, I know you can also put like granny squares, which I could do, but I don't know. I think I'm going to try the stripes. Although some cool granny squares would be really cool. Like some different ones that have like different shapes in the middle or something would be really neat to put on the back of it. But I think for now, I'm just going to start gentle and make it like a basic one. Hi, Larry. How are you? How are you? And how is your wife doing? I thought about her the other day and I was like, you know what? I haven't asked the man how his wife is doing. Arthur's good. He's over here relaxing. He did get his little foot hurt yesterday, but he's okay now. Yesterday we were outside and I went in the house and came back out and he was holding his little foot up and I was like, oh no. And he looked at it a lot, but I gave him some doggy ice cream to distract him and that helped. And he hasn't messed with it at all today so far that I've noticed. So it's apparently better. Something could have bit him. So I need to put it on all high chat. I mean, all messages instead of top chat. I don't know what I was saying. Itchy. Itchy, itchy. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Better. All right. I'm going to try to make 1 or 2 flowers before I start on the cardigan because I need to finish these flowers preferably before like Friday because I'm not going to necessarily wait until Sunday to give them away. So I know I was worried about his little paws. Like, are we going to have to take him in or something? But no, he was okay. Hopefully it was just like a little bug bite because I got stung the other day and it hurt so bad. If it was that, he would have cried though. He would have really. It was bad. It felt like a hornet was the only thing I can like describe it as. It felt like a hot needle going through my finger. It hurt so. I got stung on my pointer finger. I don't know what it was. Whew. The only thing I could do was hold an ice cube on my hold an ice cube like this for like an hour. Yeah, pretty much an hour. It hurt so bad, I almost cried. I am from North Carolina in the United States. 1, 2. Arthur's enjoying his little treat down there. I'm so glad it didn't bother him. And it must not have bothered him this night either because he would have woke us up probably. You weren't ready for your puzzle? Okay, hold on. Mommy, get you your puzzle. Here you go, buddy. There you go. Give him his treat. But already, yes, they are. They really are. In North Carolina, they definitely are. It's been really, really warm for us recently. It's been like 80s, almost 90s, but not quite. It's been quite warm. We've had some really pretty days, though. It's not too bad today. I almost considered streaming outside, but it's a little bit humid to do that, I think. I think I might be a little uncomfortable. I am crocheting. Right now I am making flowers, roses. Ow. I know. I feel like something bit me now. All right. 1, 2, 3. Been very warm. Yes, it has been very warm here too. Been pretty though, and we've spent a decent little amount of time outside, but I was moving stuff and I probably moved something that some little creature under, and it was like, what are you doing moving my house? And so it got mad at me. But and Arthur was in the same like area, so we're gonna keep him away from that little area for now and make sure. Gosh, I'm talking about bugs, so I feel like things are on me. I think it was my hair tickling me. And I was outside earlier, so I'm like, oh, Arthur's enjoying his little treats. Yeah, I totally flopped and totally forgot that Mother's Day was this weekend. I really did. I mean, thankfully, I already had a plan that I was going to make my grandma flowers, and Mom has like a couple flowers that I've made, but she doesn't have like a full bouquet, so I think she'll be okay with a bouquet too. But I know Grandma will like the bouquet. And thankfully, are pretty quick to make, so they don't take very long. I feel like they take like 30-45 minutes just for me to make one, so I can definitely make several of these. And then I need to take them and sew them together with the stems on, which will take another little bit, but still, it's something I can manage to get done. Last year, I made them teddy bears, so I kind of feel bad that I didn't make them another animal, but I can't make one every year. I'll run out of animals. You're from India. Awesome. Hi, Lydia. You snuck in here. Hi. Sorry, I didn't see you. I was chatting and crocheting. I'm working on some roses right now for Mother's Day. And then I'll probably pull out my cardigan when I finish this one. I have 5 pink flowers already, so I just need a couple purple flowers to add in, and I think I might even have some white ones I can add in too already made. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to think of, oops, not 4, I need 3. I need to think about if I do want to make mom flowers, and then I don't know what else I could make her other than like a tiny little bear. I want to make my mom a Pooh bear, but because she really loves Pooh, but I haven't bought the pattern for you. I think I have a free one too, though. I need to check that out before I buy one. But I don't think I can do that before Mother's Day. I don't know, maybe I could, but not going to work, I don't think. But I would like to make her a Pooh bear one day. I made her and Grandma pink velvet teddy bears. And it turned out it was the first teddy bear my grandmother had ever been given, so it was really special. She is 93 years old. At the time, she was 92, so it's crazy to me. She had never been given a teddy bear before. She had made one, but she had never been given one that she could remember, so it was sweet. She really enjoyed it. A lot of percussion works for India. Oh, really? There's been a lot of crochet has become really popular in the past. I don't know how many years it's become really popular. Some of you that have crocheted longer would really know, because I've only been crocheting for, I guess, is it 2 years in December, or was it 2 years in December? A year, 2 years? I don't know, about 2 years. And so it's either a year and a half or 2.5 years. I can't remember right now. And so anyway, I feel like even since I started crocheting is when it really became like even more popular, which is good because it was like probably sort of a dying art form. And I don't know how many I don't know how many of the people that actually picked it up in the past few years will actually stick with it forever, but I think the percentage will slowly drop back down and people will slowly stop crocheting. I just think, but just knowing how the world is and how people are and how people are busy and things, it's hard to find time to do things, and also just you lose interest. And so I feel like it'll be less again at some point, but it's cool. 3, what am I on? I need 5. Okay. 4. I would love to learn a lot of other different things. Like, I'll have to show you. My great grandmother made this pillow that I have over here, and it was like, I think it's cross stitched. Excuse me. Sorry, you probably have a fun view right now. But anyway, there we go. All right. So, my great grandmother made this pillow, and it's really special to me because it has an A on it, which is why it was given to me, because my name starts with an A. So my new last name starts with an A as well. So, and her last name started with an A. So it's really cool to me. But it's all done in different yarn, and it's all, I guess you would consider it, is it cross stitching or is it, yeah, I guess it's cross stitch. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody please. But anyway, it's really cool. I'd like to learn how to do stuff like that and all kinds of different stuff. Coming from India. I would be interested in traveling different places. India is a beautiful place. Hey, what? Sorry, my dog. What? Do you need some? Hold on. Maybe he wants food. I'm not sure if he has any in his bowl. Yeah, you do. You have food in your bowl. What do you want? What do you want? I'll give you a little bit more. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking me for or not. Is that what you wanted? Yeah. What? Shh. What is it? What is it? We just went OUT. We just went OUT to go potty. Yes. Your puzzle? Check your puzzle. Oh, I see my snail. I was like, what is that? It's my snail. You can't see it, but it's right there. Hi, Rita. How are you? Yes, good morning to Arthur. All right, Larry. Move this yarn. I moved it when I got up. Hi, Shocho. Welcome, welcome. I'm working on some roses right now, and then I'm going to pull out my Hexi cardigan in a minute too. We're working on little roses. Except I'm making purple ones right now. For my grandma for Mother's Day. I always give her a bouquet every week that my garden the garden is in bloom. But I think it'd be nice to give her a bouquet that she can have all year round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Excited to do my Hexi cardigan because I don't count. I mean, just a 3, but I kind of just do that automatically. You're good, but I'm glad. Do I have children? No, I do not. I have a puppy dog who acts like a child. No. I know it's not the same. No, but I do not currently have any children. I just got married less than a year ago. 4, 5, 6. My year anniversary is June 16th. So not quite a year yet, but it's coming. And then we will have been together for 10 years on the same day. It's our 1-year wedding anniversary. Just wild. I can't believe we've been together for 10 years. 2, 3, 4, 5. I am married. I'm not wearing rings right now, but I am married. I'm not wearing any rings actually. Just because I didn't put them on when I went to work. But I am married. The best flowers from the garden. I love it. Yes, definitely. You know Grandma gets the best ones. Absolutely. She always does. My husband will tell you that. Definitely gets the best. The prettiest ones every week. 6. Oh, that reminds me. I got to start eating my pasta sauce again so that I can have a jar to put the flowers in every week. Because I use this Alfredo sauce and then I clean the jar and take the labels off. And that's what I use is her little vase for the flowers, because so she doesn't have to worry about like returning it to me or anything. Oh, thank you. I'm excited. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I wish we could take a trip, but we just literally he doesn't have any days off, so that is not really much of an option. We could take a little weekend, but we just did that, so the other weekend. So 5, 6. So hopefully we will think of something good to do here. 7, maybe we'll go out to dinner or something fancy. 8, maybe we'll go back to Sullivan's Steakhouse. We haven't been in a long time. I forgot what anniversary we went to the steakhouse, that particular steakhouse. Maybe it was 3 years? I don't know. But we haven't been in a long time. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. Wow, Arthur is thirsty. 7. It's just down in that water. He's making me thirsty. 8. Which I do have some coffee over here. I could drink it. Yes, my cup has ghosts on it. It's okay. Somebody's looking at me. I feel like that song. I always feel like someone's watching me, and I have no privacy. Arthur's always watching me. No, he sleeps a lot, so he's always watching me. But when he's not asleep, he's like, "What are you doing, Mom? What are you doing, Mom?" But he's the sweetest. He's taking a bath. Don't lick your little feet. What time is it now? It is 12:30 p.m. now. So the middle of the day. For me, anyway. Because I'm on the East Coast. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I'm halfway done with the flower. Well, not quite halfway, almost halfway done with it. This yarn is actually yarn that I believe it's yarn that Grandma gave me. I know the pink yarn is yarn that Grandma actually gave to me from her stash, because she also did a lot of the cross stitch stuff. So she had a lot of yarn, and she's been giving me some. I have like almost a whole tub full from her. 6. Oh yeah, hold on. 7. I forgot to tell you guys. Also, I've been saying for like months that I needed to get this chair out of my room so that I could buy a new yarn shelf. I got the chair out of the room this weekend. So we got it out. We just threw it at the dump. I don't think anybody would really want it. Like, it's a weird color. And it had like one little spot on it too. But anyway, we got rid of it. And now I have room in there to get my shelf. So now we do go to the store. We'll have to make like a special trip to that town to go and buy a new yarn shelf. I'm just another 9 cube shelf. And I'm probably, fortunately, going to fill it up. Not fill it up, but like almost fill it up as soon as I get it, because I have 2 tubs of yarn to put in there. I might leave one of the tubs, the one that Grandma gave me, I might leave all that together just so that I remember that that's all yarn that she gave me. Maybe that won't go on the shelf, but everything else probably is going on the shelf. So, but then if it's not full, I'm going to be like, I need to fill it up. But then I'll be, no, I don't. I need to have space. I need to have space. Always need space, right? But then I'm going to be like, no, it looks empty. It's fine. It'll be fine. But I'm really excited to have the to have that though. Yes, that's right, Rita. Your anniversary's coming up too. Happy anniversary to you. That's awesome. 45 years. That's amazing. I need to ask my parents how, theirs isn't till October, but I need to ask them how long. Oh, God, what? There's 25 was when I was in high school, so they're going to be close to 40 or so. I'm thinking. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll see. Wait, how old are my parents? Okay, so they're in their 60s. They got me. Mom was really young. She was like 18. Yeah, then they've got to be married almost 40 years or 42. Yeah, got to be close. 6, 7. I want to learn how to tapestry stuff. 8. One time I really thought just do it. I thought, oh, okay. And I was like, okay, so then I'll change colors here, and then I'll change color here, and I'll just keep going. And then I went to turn around and go back the other direction. I was like, oh, there's a method to this madness. You can't just do that. Like, there's a technique. I was like, yeah, let me stop and learn that technique one day. So I would like to learn how to do tapestry though, like little like banners. I could be like happy anniversary, or I could do like, I want to do a butterfly really bad, and I haven't found like a good amigurumi pattern that I like for a butterfly, so I really want to like do a tapestry butterfly. Ooh, I think that would be pretty. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see, buddy. Okay. 6, 7, 8. This flower pattern is really easy. I wish I knew who I got it from, but I just wrote it down on a note card really messily. But you basically just chain 61 and then chain 5 more, skip the 5 you chained, and then double crochet into the 6th stitch, and then skip 2, and then you double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, and repeat that. And then chain 3, turn your work, and then put 5 double crochets in the first V, 6 in the second V, and then 8 in all the rest of them, and then 10 in the last 2. It's very easy. Sounds kind of a lot, but it's very easy. If I can do it, it's very easy, because this is like the first flower pattern I ever was actually able to do. I think I tried some that were like simple, easy flower pattern. Nope. No go bow. Was a big no go bow. But these roses are really nice. I'm pretty sure it's just like, I know it was like a dark pink. I can pick the thumbnail. It was like a darker pink roses on the thumb, and I'm pretty sure it probably had the word easy in it because I was a beginner, so I'm for like beginner easy things. I still prefer easy things, I'm not gonna lie. I do intermediate stuff sometimes, but it is a challenge. 6, 7, 8. And I still need to have a day where I finish up a couple projects that just need like details done or things sewed together, because I've neglected a few things and let them just sit there unfinished. Oh yeah, I know. I'm very lucky to have parents that are still together and have been for so long. 3, 4, 5, 6. Like my husband's parents are divorced, but that just means I have extra in-laws, right? I get 2 sets. More family. Let's see, 6, 7. Oh, my contacts. Hold on. Need to get new contacts. Probably have had these for too long. I am blind as a bat without contacts or glasses. Fun fact, just so you know. My glasses are moderately thick and I cannot see far away. I could crochet without glasses, but it would be a little bit blurry maybe. But about 2 feet away is where things start getting really blurry. And then after that, I'm just, nope. And if I don't wear glasses or contacts, I get a really bad headache. So I kind of have to wear something, or yeah, can't see and function at all. You're inviting us to India? Wonder how much that would be. I guess it all just depends, really. Oh, Arthur's digging himself under the blanket over here. 3, 4. But I have heard and seen that India is a beautiful place. I have quite a few followers from India on my photography Instagram, and follow quite a few like nature photographers and things from India, and I have some very, very beautiful places there. 5, 6, 7, 8. There's so many places I would love to go. To be honest, one of the main places I've always wanted to go since I was a child is Egypt, but I don't think I'll ever go, but I would love to. Like, I've always loved the Egyptian culture and like the history and the pyramids and all that stuff has always fascinated me. And I would love to go to Egypt. That's one place. If you go anywhere in the world, I'd be like, Egypt? 6. Or like an island, maybe. 7, 8. All right. 1, 2. Oops. He must have 3, 4, 5. I think my husband was the first one in here. I was surprised. I'm sure he just left the computer on and went back to work, but I was like, holy crap. Because usually he comes in later, but he must have been not working at the time. They haven't had as much to do, apparently. He's been bored at work, bless his heart. He's like, I hate it. I know, I would too. I don't like just sitting around. I like to be doing something. Even when I'm sitting, I like to be doing something, obviously. I basically don't watch TV unless I crochet too. Unless I am unable to crochet for some reason, like I'm sick or my hands are hurting, then I'm definitely crocheting. What the heck is that? What is it? Oh. Sorry, I'm watching the news. Car? I hate to say what it is because I don't want to get in trouble on YouTube, but apparently there's like a new bad thing on the streets. Bless their hearts. It's the last thing anybody needs. All right. There we go. Oh, my uncle is doing okay. He has, I think, lost most of all of his hair, but he that has cancer, but he's doing okay. His chemo was cut back from I think every 2 weeks to every. They were doing treatments every couple weeks, but he couldn't tolerate it. So now they're gonna do like I think he was doing 3. Now he's gonna do 2 instead, and see how that goes. But other than that, he's doing okay. And he's still in good spirits and stuff, which is good to hear. I'd like to go visit them, but again, we don't have any days off, so we'll have to visit him on a weekend. And I want to make sure that they're in this to have visitors and everything, and also sure that we have to make sure that we're not sick or anything, because I'm pretty sure with undergoing chemo and stuff, he can get sick very easily. So we would not want it. But other than that, he's doing okay. But he was given a very, very, very short time. So for the short time he was given, he's doing pretty good. And yeah, he's going to just continue chemo until he can't anymore or forever. So I don't think I'm pretty sure he's not doing radiation, at least right now, and they're just doing chemotherapy. So that's a good thing, I think, because I know from what I understand, and I could be wrong, but from what I've learned about radiation, you can't even like hug may be a bit extreme, but like you can't be your loved one. You know what I mean? Um, because you're radioactive essentially when you undergo radiation for a certain amount of time. So you can't like be close with them, and it sucks. So I'm glad he's not doing that. At least he's able to like be close with Aunt and stuff, But gosh, just blessings. Hopefully we can go visit them sometime soon. Yes, I'm glad I'm getting another shelf. Yes, I'm so excited. 5, 6. I got to figure out my little like configuration. I think I'm just gonna put them beside each other. I don't think I'm putting it on top. I think I'm moving beside each other, and because I also don't want to risk my kitty cat climb would not be good. We have a kitty cat that comes inside, and I don't want him to climb up the thing. Did I mess up on the end here? I think I did. That's okay. Let's stick that down here, I think I messed up there on the end. All right. I think I forgot a stitch in there, but if I'm not mistaken, I can just fake it till I make it over here. This is the outside. Yeah, it'll be fine. If it was at the front, it might be a problem, but this one will be the outside petal, and it'll be behind everything, so you won't even really see it. So it's not a deal. 3, 4. We'll just do 6, 7. Oh my gosh, 8. There we go. 9. I'm just gonna do. No, we'll do 10. We'll do the 10. We'll do the 10. It doesn't really matter. That's the other thing about this pattern is if you forget to do one, you really don't notice. All right. Maybe if you mess up on the first round, but the second round it doesn't matter. Okay. All right, we've got our little wind spinner. No, I'm just kidding. It looks like a wind spinner though. Heck, I mean, I feel like you could you could use it as a wind spinner if you hold on, if you fix it right. I mean, why not, right? Just be like a ruffly one. All right, I'm gonna try to wrap it up, make it into a flower before we pull out the Hexi cardigan. Arthur, are you laying on my pillow? Well, I can get out Great Grandma's pillow and use it. All right, which one? This one. This is the one. Yes. Let's see. All right, now I'm going to start in the middle. Not gonna lie, I generally put this string in my mouth to keep it from getting in the way, but I've been trying to learn how to not do that because I cut it off so I don't feel bad about it, but it's just a little slower because I keep having to move it out of the way. All right, come on, buddy. There you go. Get in there. Apparently, my boss's dog also got sick this weekend. Well, Arthur didn't get sick, but he got stung or bit. But apparently, my boss's dog got into an Amazon package that wasn't even theirs, and they didn't steal the package. Apparently it got delivered to the house, wrong house. And anyway, the dog ate it, and it was shampoo. And so poor doggy, they called the vet and everything, and talked to her, and they did what they were supposed to do, and the dog's fine. But oh my gosh, I know that was scary. Bless their hearts. I was like, you need to have a chat with the Amazon driver to make sure he puts your stuff up on the table and not on the ground. I was like, you need to literally tell him what happened and that the dog got sick, and this is why we want you to do this, you know. Hopefully they will listen. Elizabeth Gardner. Let's see. Oh, I need to pay attention to this. I got to see what the weather is for tomorrow. Oh, good. I'm glad. It's supposed to be a pretty weekend. I guess I'll go over to see my mom on Saturday. I don't know. I'll find out. I don't think my husband is going to see his mom. I think they're going to see each other soon, but not this weekend. So I think next weekend or something they're gonna have lunch. But Sunday and Monday are my husband and I's like weekend. So hopefully, maybe I'll be able to see her on Saturday because I'm not sure what we have to do this weekend. Oh yeah, we have a show this weekend. That's right. On Friday, my husband is getting off early. We are gonna go see Shane Gillis somewhere. I don't know where. Somewhere. And so yeah, I don't know. I guess he doesn't have. I'm assuming he doesn't have Saturday off. I need to ask him. Do you have Saturday off, or you just have half a day on Friday? Because we may get home kind of late. All right, here's our purple flower. Let me floof him up. There we go. There's our little purple flower. He's a little bigger than this one, but that's okay. Just because the yarn is a little bit thicker. So anyway, and eventually I will add their stems and turn them into full-on bouquets. But I think these will be good colors for grandma, and I might throw a few like cream colored ones in there too. Hard to go wrong with the lavender and the pink. I always used to think of lavender for grandma is because I asked her one time what her favorite color was, and I don't remember if she ever told me. I think she must have told me purple because I remember I painted this tray for her purple and lavender, like a dark purple and a lavender. And so I always think of those colors and think of her, but now she has this yellow sweater that I see her wear, and now that my grandpa has told me his favorite color is yellow, I think of yellow, but I think that's his favorite color, not her favorite color. But she has this really pretty yellow sweater she wears. Darn it, I didn't pay attention. 40%, 40%. I will have to watch it again later. Oh, thank you, Rita. Hi, Tanya. Coco has please. We've never had that problem before. We had to take her to the park, and I think that's where she got it. I'm taking care of that instead of so bad. It is, and you know what? I didn't realize our vet told us that flea season actually peak time can be even up till like Thanksgiving. And I was like, what? I thought they would be dead when it did to freeze. And no, not necessarily. And he said, because we asked, we need to treat the dog all year round, or is he okay in the wintertime to not have it? Or, all that. So, nope, treat him all the time. And then he was telling us that they can become immune to certain medicines, the fleas can. So you have to sometimes switch up the different flea medicines you give them. We do have them out here because we have a lot of tall grasses and stuff out on the farm. So we try to make sure we treat him. Now we treat him all the time, but we always treat him in the summer. And he's due for some more. I need to put some more on him actually, and him and the cat. And thankfully, we have some that works, but we've had certain medicines that just did not work, and we had a problem with it for like, I don't know, a little while. He just kept getting them and kept getting them, and I'd have to give him a bath every time I took him outside. It was ridiculous. And then finally, we switched to Frontline or something, some other like higher one, and anyway, finally it worked. Do you want to see it from another video? Making it mal. There you go. Yes, absolutely. Hey, that's what we do with crochet. I mean, we follow other people's. I mean, some people follow their own patterns, but a lot of people follow other people's patterns and stuff. I do. All right. I got 2 flowers made. Do I want to make another flower? I think I want to work on this. I think I want to work on the pretty for a little bit. I can make the flowers before the weekend. Ugh. I just need to work on them when I get off of here so that I can finish them up. All right, we're on the color purple. Let's see where we're at right here. I had to frog it for like a row or 2 maybe because I had skipped like an entire little like I just skipped a whole color basically. And anyway, so I had to frog it to fix it. But I did leave one mistake in my other half. And the mistake basically is just that I did 2 crochets instead of 3 in one spot. But I've convinced myself to just leave it because I have a limited amount of yarn, even though I think and because you're supposed to leave a mess up in your projects, to let your soul escape or whatever, the saying. And so I was like, okay, I'll leave it in there. And it's for myself, so it's okay. But normally I'm like, nope, gotta fix it. Even if it's like 4 rows back, I'm like, nope, gotta fix it. 10 rows back, nope, gotta fix it. I have to blanket so many rows before to fix a skipped stitch or something. Oh my gosh. Oh, of course they did. Hi, Winsome, Adia. Hi, Ida. The vet to get a flea that we were trying all kinds of things. Hopefully something will work. Oh, poor thing. I bet she does hate it. Bless. Man, that's awful. Like I said, we finally got one that worked, thank goodness. And my dog will like spray the stuff around our yards to like help a little bit with the ticks and stuff. And that helps a little bit. I don't even know what it is, but it's something. And that helps a little bit. But especially those little tiny, because we have these little tiny ticks around here that are like so tiny you can't even see them basically unless you see it moving and you're like, oh, wait a minute. And they're, oh my gosh, they're tiny pieces of glitter. They're so tiny. And anyway, so I'm glad he hasn't ever gotten into those because he's brown. I can't imagine trying to get the ticks off of him. My other dog, who was like a little Taco Bell Chihuahua, he was the really light color. He would get into them, and oh my gosh, it was a nightmare trying to scrub him and get the little ticks off of him. So I'm so glad Arthur hasn't gotten into a little horde of ticks yet. Aw, you're good, Winsome. Hi, Miss. Yay! I was hoping some different people would be able to pop in since I was on a little later today. I'm glad. I'm thinking about changing my schedule a little bit. I just haven't decided what I'm going to do yet because it's hard to get back from work and start when I normally start. So I'm thinking about switching it a little bit, but I just haven't decided yet. Playing Fortnite. You know, I have never played Fortnite, but I have been told quite a bit about it by my friend's child. But I've never played it. I forgot what other thing he plays. It was another game that he was really into that he told me about, and I can't remember right now which one it was. Oh no! A bear destroyed a car. Yeah, they can do that. I'm glad we don't really have. We do have bears around here, but not often. We have definitely. They've been seen. Like I haven't seen one. Other people have seen bears, but it's not common to have them around. Thank goodness. Oh, yes, he's doing good, little Arthur. He's just chilling over here. He's feeling better. His little paw is not bothering him anymore. He's all good. Thank goodness. I'm just glad he didn't get stung by whatever I got stung by. Oh my gosh. I would have been shaking the poor baby. I would have been really worried because that really hurt. So the only thing I could compare it to was like a hornet. It was awful. And then my finger was swollen, so every time I bent it, like it felt weird because it was like kind of swollen, and the other side was kind of numb, and it was weird. But it feels pretty normal now. I don't want to touch it too much in case it starts itching, but it feels much better now. Yeah, I am too. He scared us. I was worried about him. Mac was like, "He's okay," and I was like, "I know, but it's just." I was like, "Let me look at it." And we got the flash. We're looking at it, make sure there's nothing stuck in his paw that we can't just, like a little thorn we can't just pull out. But there was no redness, no swelling, no nothing. He just licked it and kept holding it up. So it could have been. We have these like big black ants around here that can bite you, and it could have been one of those, and it just bit him and made him feel kind of uncomfy. They don't really. It hurts, but it's not like painful. It's more like, ow, what the heck was that? I don't know. They're just big black ants. They like to hang around the trees. Hi, Amanda. How are you? I know it was. Thankfully, his wasn't painful. Mine was, but his wasn't. The only thing other than a hornet, like it literally felt like somebody was taking a needle and pushing it all the way through my finger. It hurt so bad. Like I said, the only thing that made it feel better was holding that ice cube just like this for a good 45 minutes. My thumb was so cold, but it was a better distraction than the pain. And every time I'd take the ice cube off, it would take about 10 seconds for my finger to warm up and go, it's throbbing again. So thankfully, I just wish I knew what it was that stung me, but I never saw it. You just got home from work. Hey, time to relax. Do you see me? Second day, a mama bear and the baby bear came in our camp. Oh, but Yosemite is such a beautiful. I bet it is. Oh my gosh, I bet that is scary but beautiful. I would be a little bit scared. I feel like to camp out there. Have I ever even slept outside? I don't think I've ever even slept outside. To be fair, because I'm pretty sure one time I did that thing that a lot of kids do, where they're like, "Mom, Dad, we have a tent. I want to set it up in the backyard." And your parents are like, and took them a while, and they're finally like, "Okay, you can set it up in the backyard." So we set up the tent in the backyard, and I'm like, "I'm gonna spend the night in the tent." And then I go to spend the night in the tent, and we have a dog outside, and the dog's just like barking all night because I'm outside, and he's not used to like this tent in our yard, and he would bark at anything he wasn't familiar with in the yard. I was like, I give up. I'm coming back inside. So I don't think I ever actually slept outside. I'm pretty sure the dog barking, like, that was it. I was like, nope, not happening. Cannot sleep with the dog doing this. Bless his heart. Sonny was a sweetie, but he would, the lawnmower in the wrong spot, and he would just bark. He knew where everything was supposed to be. He would literally, there could be a turtle walking across our front yard, and our front yard was huge. Like, my parents' yard is really big compared to most people's. Like, their front yard's like an acre, okay? And most people's lots like an acre or less. And so, anyway, there would be a turtle in the front yard, and he would be like freaking out because he could smell that there was a turtle in our front yard. I was like, calm down. Love you to death. But what? I miss him. He was a sweet boy. He was a beagle, a lemon beagle. So he didn't have black on him. He just had the tan and white. Hi, Cynthia. Never slept outside, right? I know. I don't think I have. I really don't. I can't remember a time I've actually slept outside. I always thought it'd be fun, but I never actually did it. I don't think. I may have taken a nap, but I don't think I've done beyond that. Camping really is not my cup of tea, but we go once in a while. I mean, I feel like I could do it, but would I be like comfortable now at my age? No, I probably would have liked to have done it when I was a little bit younger, a little more like I'm not gonna wake up like out my back, you know. I wake up like that now, so imagine on the ground. But my friend does it all the time. I will say, my best friend and her family, they camp all the time. And they literally, the other day they were camping. They were going to, but then the tent got wet and they had to like let it dry. But anyway, uh, or it smelled funny because of it or something. I don't know. But they camp all the time and they love. But I don't know. They're hippy dippy too. They're artists and stuff. But still, I'm like, and they do it with their child and everything. I'm like, good for you. I mean, they still have, electronics and things, but they certainly do it more than I would. What I would do if it was me, I would buy, if I won the lottery, I would buy a big RV, but I want the kind like essentially like a tour bus. I want one of those where you can like be in it while you're going down the road. I want that. And I want to travel around. My husband has absolutely no interest in that. However, I would love to do that, but he's like, no. But I would love to travel around. I would have no problem living in a little thing and traveling around. Where would I put my yarn would be one of my largest. But other than that, I could do it for a little while, not for my whole life, but for a little while, travel around for like 6 months, a year, something like that. Hell yeah, that'd be fun. So fun. Let me get some water. Water break, water break. Where's the water? Here it is. I cut my bangs more. I just can't decide how much to cut them. I don't want to cut them too short because that's what my hairdresser always does. Bless her heart. I love her. She always cuts them too short. Oh, God, that looked weird. Shoulders. All right. There's a little ripple in here. There it is. So this is purple. Then what's next? Blue. I'm surprised I haven't accidentally picked up the wrong color and put the wrong order or the wrong color in the wrong order. But so far, so good. Did I miss something? No. Just got married. No sand. Oh, see, I don't think I could camp on the beach. That's one thing I don't think I could do because I don't. I love the beach, but I also the sand. I don't like the sand. Like I don't know if I could live at the beach, like on the beach, because of the sand. Where the sand, I just feel like I could never escape the sand, which would be everywhere. I love it, but I like the mountains and the beach. I like them both, but I think I like the beach. I still enjoy the mountains, and I don't know. I like them both for reasons. It's hard to pick. We're lucky in North Carolina to have the beach and the mountains like 4 to 6 hours in either direction. So you can kind of pick and choose. Hey, do you want to go to the mountains? Do you want to go to the beach? East or west? Me and Uncle are in the mountains, which is one reason that it's harder to go visit them. But it's beautiful. Me and Mac haven't been in a couple years. We went to Maggie Valley and had a really good time. It was so sad though because it didn't snow the whole time we were up there in the mountains, and then on the way home it was snowing and it was so beautiful and we had to leave. We were like, no, and it was like if we didn't leave then we might not be able to leave because of the snow, so we had to, and it was sad, so sad. Let's see, Rita, I will show you. I happen to have, I am using 6 different colors of Big Twist Value. It's an acrylic yarn, but it's on the softer side for an acrylic. And I think this is what, Varsity Gold? Yeah, this is Varsity Gold. I think the green is Green Gecko. I believe the orange is Varsity Orange. The pink, I think, is just Hot Pink, I believe. And I'm not sure what the blue is called. I could look that, but I still have all the yarn tags, whatever you want to call them, labels. I keep them all. For how long have you been? I was trying to remember. I think I need to look, but I think that I've been crocheting either a year and a half. So I started in December of not. So would it be like a year and a half? I think like a year and a half. Or maybe it's 2. It's either a year and a half or 2.5. I'm just not sure. I'll have to look back at my pictures and see when I started. Because I know I started in December one year because I made, and it was like right around Christmas because I made a scarf and I wore it to the Christmas party. So I specifically remember, I just gotta remember which year it was, but about 2 years, roughly, give or take a little bit. Thank you. Okay, we did not care for it. You are eating sand because at night it gets a bit windy. Oh my gosh, I bet. No, thank you. I hate grits in my mouth. No, 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 no. I think it reminds me of being a child because, well, I mean, everybody got dirt in their mouth as a kid, but specifically, I had an incident where I was like, before I started kindergarten, so like whatever that is, like 4, and I was at daycare, and my cousin also went to the daycare, and she went and she jumped out of the swing the day before, like was swinging and jumped out like really, really high up. And I had told my mom, like, well, that was not smart, Mom. Like, I can't believe she did that. Like, she could really gotten hurt. Wow, that was really not smart. What do? The next day, freaking jump off that swing full blast. What did I do? I landed on my face. Well, my mouth must have been open because I ate the dirt. And all I remember, my only vivid memory of that is being at the water fountain of the daycare, spitting dirt out, and then them calling my mom. And I can remember going to my aunt's house, who was a nurse who lived nearby, and she put a bag of peas base. And that's pretty much the only 2 things that I remember. But I remember spitting the dirt out, and I remember the bag of peas. And then my mom was like, from then on, anytime I told my mom how like dumb something was that somebody did, she'd get worried because she was like, oh no, here we go. Amy's about to go do whatever it is that she just said so and so did. I was like, oh crap. I didn't really do that very often, but I did that time. And so mom was always like worried after that I was gonna go do it. I'd be like, Mom, ooh, you know what so and so did today? And she'd be like, wait a minute, you're not gonna go do that. Oh, thank you, Rita. You got happy mail. Hi, Juanita. You got happy mail. Yay! I picked out the colors in the store, thank goodness. I had kind of picked some out online, but I went to the store and laid them all out in order that I knew I would use them in and said, do they look good? did they coordinate? And then I had picked out a couple that didn't quite go all together, and then I changed my mind, and then I finally settled on these, and I think I did pretty good picking them out. I think they go well together. I don't think any of them necessarily stand out as like being not particularly matchy together, so I think they works good. So, and I think I'm gonna do the hot pink for the sleeves because right now the color I've ended on my first panel. So, but like I said, I haven't done the little back stripe part. Stripe, I don't call it, but the little back part. Is crocheting expensive? That's an interesting question. Technically, no, but also yes. Like it can be. It depends on what kind of yarn you use, how often you want to crochet. Like if you crochet like I do all the time, then it can get a little expensive because you gotta have yarn all the time. But there are ways to do it that are cheaper, and you can like crochet with like cotton yarn and make little like small things instead of like big blankets and stuff like that. That's gonna cost more. And then the other thing is you have to be warned that people that crochet tend to develop a yarn addiction. So you tend to start to collect yarn, even if you don't think you will. I didn't really think I would. You kind of start to collect it. So, hi, Kari. You're working on a blanket. Oh boy, fun. I love working on blankets. This is one that I made. I love that yarn. It's my mandala ombre yarn. It's like one of my favorites. It's really good for blankets and stuff. It holds up really well and it doesn't really pill. Like this doesn't have any, maybe a little bit on the edge, but it doesn't. I don't know. It's just nice. It's soft and I like it. Some people say it's a little too soft, like it's weird to work with, but I like it. And it comes in a good amount of different colorways and stuff. 1, 2, 3. Where is the end? Okay, right here. I was worried that when Big Twist we didn't know if it was going to come back. I was worried that if I made this, somebody was going to be like, I want one. And I'd be like, I can't recreate it because I can't get the yarn again. But now, hopefully, if they bring back, then maybe I'll be able to. I guess we know they're bringing it back. We just don't know which kinds they're bringing back and what colors and all that stuff. But I'm glad I got 2 skeins of each. So far, 2 skeins of each has been enough, but I have 6 colors. So I'm sure if it was only 2 colors, it would be more. But since it's 6 colors, I've used less than 2 so far. And hopefully that's all I use because that's all I have. 1, 2, 3. Try to get your yarn on sale. Yes, absolutely. I always try to get my yarn on sale for the most part, unless it's something I have to have right then for like an order or something. I buy it on sale. Depending on where you live, look for like different websites that have different sales and stuff. And if they have like an email list for sales, sign up that so you can like get emails when they have sales and you get the little coupons and stuff. If you live like in America, get like the Michaels app. That helps, and you can also earn rewards and stuff. So you get like $5 every now and again when you spend money. I forget how much you have to spend, but you get like $5 back or whatever, and it adds up. I pretty much always have an extra $5 or $10 to spend at Michael's because of the rewards program. And always try to get it on sale. That really helps a lot. Thank you, Juanita. You started like a month ago. You're getting the fun of it. Yes, it is. It is fun. It can get addicting. It can definitely be addicting. I feel like I'm kind of addicted to it because even when I'm not crocheting, I'm like, when can I go home and crochet? I just want to go home and crochet. Your inspirations. Yes, Red Heart Super Saver. Yeah. Ooh. Speckle color and bubblegum speckle. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Rosie's bag is coming out cute. Rosie's bag. I'll have to look that up. It sounds cute. I need to forgot what I said I was gonna do. It was something I was gonna finish. Maybe it's the cardigan. I was gonna finish something and then I'm gonna start working on my little bag tutorial. But I think maybe it was this. I wanted to finish up a couple projects first. I'm excited about the raccoons. I hope that they go well. I haven't looked at the pattern. I need to make sure it's good and I can find it and everything. But hopefully we'll start on that next week. Like I said, I thought it was going to be this week, and then I realized Mother's Day. I was like, oh crap. I usually am really good. Like last year, I planned like months and make those teddy bears because it took me weeks to get the yarn, and I finally got it and made them in time. But this year, I just did not think about it. I'm good. I'm doing well. I hope that you are. You just thought the thing you wanted to make really squares. You got addicted to yarn. Aw, right? You don't normally like to paint, but oh my goodness, I love this pink and I love those colors. Oh, pink. Yes. Oh, the colors combined. Yes. I'm a pink person. I hate to admit it, but I really am. I used to hate that I liked pink because I was like, it's so cliche. But to like pink is your favorite color or whatever and be a girl. But I was like, I don't care. I just am. I just like pink things. I can't help it. When I see pink things, I just want. So I do. I love a good pink. But I get what you're saying. When you see like a color with the right colors, like you like it more. And I'm that way now. Like I used not to really be a fan of green, but now I like green, like certain greens, especially like emerald greens and I really like. But I used not to. And yellow, I really like yellow now. I don't know if I used to love yellow, but for several years now, yellow. It's such a bright, happy color. Me too. Yes, you guys like pink too. Oh, you're fine, Juanita. Don't worry. No worries. Did I teach myself? So technically, somebody taught me how to make a chain when I was about 8 years old in a store one day. And then I didn't know how to do anything but make a chain until like 2 years ago. And then I happened to still have a crochet hook because I never got how to make that chain and I liked doing it. I just didn't know how to do anything else. And so I finally, one day, I'm pretty sure YouTube just recommended me a video about crochet. And I was like, oh yeah, I used to do that when I was little. I would make those chains. I wonder if I could do, whatever's in this video. And I clicked on the video and I went and found my little crochet hook and my yarn. And lo and behold, I made a chain and I was able to do my second row for the first time. And so technically YouTube taught me really. Myself and YouTube and the little lady at Walmart that helped me learn how to make a chain. I wish I knew her name, but I don't. But blessings to the little old lady that was at Walmart that helped me make that chain. Unfortunately, I have a bad feeling she's probably passed away now because she was an older lady at the time and I was so young. But she was so sweet. She heard me telling my mom I wanted to learn. And so she pulled a little, because you know how the hooks are like barely in the packaging. She pulled one and pulled like a little middle pull out of the yarn and just showed me how to chain right there in the aisle. It was really sweet. And she probably showed me more than that, but that's what I remembered was how to make the chain. And so I just always remember that little chain and I always liked doing it. I mean, I'd sit there forever and just make a chain. I mean, I'd make the longest chain you'd ever seen, because that's all I knew how to do. And I liked doing it and I thought it was fun. But I could never understand how to do the second row. All I ever had was like a little booklet and I couldn't understand the pictures in the little booklet. Like, where do I put my hook? What? I do what now? And so until I saw the YouTube video, it didn't click with me. And then I was like, wow. And then I was addicted. Oh gosh, Juanita, I don't know. If I knew, yeah, I would probably have more. I really don't know. I think just really probably just like if it's anything like Instagram is, then it's probably consistency of posting and using the right kind of like hashtags and things and sounds and like trending sounds and trending hashtags and things like that. And probably a lot of consistency is the only thing I could say. Oops, I did not mean to yarn over. I just need to do my slip stitch. All right, done with this round. Now I need to weave in my ends. I did not. I just realized that. That's okay though. Intermission in a minute. Let's see. All right, got my hook. Hello, Yarn Hannah. Hello, welcome. Yes, hashtags and music. Yes, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I'm gonna weave in my end here, and then we'll do another row of purple. Find the right little area to put my needle through. There we go. I got my patient started on crochet again because she used to crochet, and I bought her a hook and some yarn and stuff, and she started making a blanket. And then I realized she didn't have any needles or anything to like weave in her ends, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't even think about or like stitch markers or anything. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know if we're even used a stitch marker, but here's some stitch markers and here's some needles because I'm going to need some to weave in your ends when you're done. And she was like, oh my God, thank you. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't even think about giving you needles when I gave you this stuff. Silly. It's about like me going on vacation, bringing all my crochet stuff except for stuffing. What? Like, you can't even finish the head without stuffing. Are you serious? If you know that story, you know. But I won't repeat what I did, but for desperate measures to get me some stuffing. And I found that it was desperate times call for desperate measures. You know? Yes, absolutely, Winston. So many ends to bend all your temperature blanket. You should have been doing them as you went along, but it's your least favorite part. Oh no, I understand. This is technically just, I guess you would consider it like a granny cluster or granny square. It's basically a granny square, except it is 6-sided and it's a double crochet. So these are each one of these little like square looking things is just 3 crochets put together. It's actually very simple. If you can do a granny square, you can totally do this. But granny squares aren't. I wouldn't. I don't. I still don't think they're like the best thing for a very like beginner. But like if you're learning stitches and wanting to learn different, double, then yeah. But I wouldn't start with one. But if you know a little bit already, yeah. And I start my granny squares in the round. I don't know how most people do it, but I start with a magic circle. I think some people do it differently, but I don't know. I start mine with a magic circle and put my little clusters in there. And then I just weave in my ends really well and hope for the best. I know, I forgot. There was one project I think I did. Um, okay. I think there was one project I forgot to weave the ends in on the like initial round around. And then I don't know what I did, but I'm pretty sure I have one project I just tied some together on. Like this, to be honest, I think I tied some of them together instead of weaving them in because I knew they would be like on the inside. So I tied them all on one side. And I said, oh, it'll be fine because you won't see them. They'll all be on one side. I might need to do this soon. I see a couple of places it's coming apart, I think. But this was my very first Granny Square project, covering the pillow. Come on. Yes, you make pot holders to learn your stitches. Yes, that's a good way too. little squares. Absolutely. I like making just basic little things and just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Brainless stuff, you know? Which for me, this is kind of brainless. The granny thing. The only thing is, if I do it when I'm really, really sleepy, I'm liable to mess up. But other than that, it's pretty brainless. I just kind of zone out and work on it. But I also like the stuff that you really have to pay attention to, the amigurumi and stuff. You have to really count and make sure you're doing it right. But I like a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Right, let's see if I can slip this in here. That is. There we go. My hand was hurting earlier when I was trying to get ice out of the ice tray. I was like, really? But it was like the way I was pushing the ice out. I don't know. I know, I hear you, iPad going off. Sorry if you guys hear that noise. Got a text. But my phone's on Do Not Disturb, so it's not coming up on my phone, thankfully. In fact, she probably can see that my phone's on Do Not Disturb. Can't people see? Doesn't it say this person? I think it does. I can't remember. She probably doesn't know what it is. My boss. Oh my gosh. Okay, this will be the last time I weave it in. Thank you. Gotta get it through there first. Oh, because I would be devastated if something came undone on this. Ugh. So I'm really trying to weave them in extra good. Even though it should be fine, because like I said, I tie a little knot and then weave it in. So even if the weave comes out, it should still stay, in theory. All right, let's flip it. Let's start again. Does anybody else do that? Do you guys flip your project when you do like granny squares or something like this? Do you, like I just weaved in my end here. I'm not going to start right here. I'm going to move it and pick it up and go somewhere else and start. Do you guys do that? That's what I was taught to do. Somebody on YouTube, I don't know, somebody told me don't start left off because I think it like puts stress or something on that same spot and you don't put like more tension there. So anyway, something like that. What am I can't find what I'm looking for. Okay, I need purple yarn. Yes. Hook. Yes. Yes, absolutely. There are so many tutorials and so many different ways that people will show and teach and different yarns that they'll use. Some of you can see better, some of them you can't. Like, you know, just look around and you'll definitely find something that'll suit you. Because I certainly did. Sorry, I'm really not trying to disturb you. There we go. I couldn't find it. It's right there. Oh my gosh. You know, it's always right next to where you are, and you never can find anything. All right. I will say, though, I will say it again. This little magnetic thing has really come in handy for saving my needles. Haven't lost one since I got it. Thankfully, I don't use sharp ones, but still, I don't want to lose it. And I'm so glad Arthur doesn't care about yarn or anything like that. But if I get a different dog one day, I'm going to have to be really careful. Because, not a different dog, but another dog one day. Another pet, because Lord knows I leave little scraps laying around, and I can't do that if I get a different animal that's not used to that. There's a scrap right there. Let's go in the trash. There we go. Let's see. Which one is better, iron needle or plastic? I prefer the metal ones. I think that they glide easier and don't squeak as much and won't break as easily. I only have a couple plastic ones, and I really don't like them, to be honest. I find them to be just not pleasant. Really is pleasant. I really like. They're a little bit pricier, but they're not crazily priced. I really like clover hooks. That's what I'm using right now. Like I don't even know what I should be using for this and this one because it's my clover and I love it. But they're clover hooks, like the plant clover, and anyway, they're really good. The metal part is really nice and smooth. There are like more expensive, quote, better ones, but I've never tried them. But this is like the fanciest I have tried. A trim hook, but I didn't enjoy it. But it is plastic, so that might be part of it. I didn't enjoy it. But I really like these clover hooks a lot. Yeah. Oh, we're talking about hooks. Yeah. you crochet, but you also recently learned how to knit. That's awesome. I learned a little bit of knitting around Christmas. I learned like how to purl, and I made like a beanie or two, and then I don't know, I haven't knit anymore. I don't know why. I need to finish a beanie that I still have on my needles. I gotta remember how to do it. I think I know. And it was fun. I just haven't done it again because I don't know. I don't think there, at least from my little looking around, my little bit of looking around, I don't think there are as many good tutorials for knitting as there are for crochet. But that's just my opinion. I feel like a lot of the knitting tutorials that I came across expect me to have some kind of level of knitting knowledge already, or they expected me to like understand the gauge swatches and all that. And I don't. And or they would expect you to also go ahead and buy like a pattern to go along with the video, which is okay. I understand they want their design, but if I don't even know if I can do it, I'm not going to pay for the thing yet. You know, I want to just see if I can like make something simple. So I don't know. I just had a little bit of trouble with that, but I mean, it's out short. It's just, I feel like not as much as it is with crochet. Coco is afraid of your yard. Oh, bless. Do you watch Chris? No, I don't. I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure. I don't think I've heard of Chris Knits before, unless I'm confused. Unless I'm like can picture them and don't remember their name, but I don't think I know who that is. To look them up. I don't think I do. It almost sounds familiar, but at the same time, I like looking at it. I'm like, no, I recognize the name. Huh. Unless it's one of Passionate Kelsey's friends that that I'm not sure that. No, I think his name is Drew. Yeah, that's right. His name is Drew. I don't know. And I don't think he knits either. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think he crochets. All right, let's get around here. Let's see, it's 1:30. Okay, I think I'm gonna stay on till like around ish, and then we'll go. That'll be about the same amount of time that I normally do. I may have to get up. I am actually in a minute. We're gonna have intermission. So if you need a beverage, or if you need to get up and go to the restroom, which is what I'm going to do, we may have intermission in just a moment. I meant to have intermission before I started, but I forgot. I got home from work and got distracted. My goodness, that's a lot of white hair in that drawing. It's a crochet channel. Oh, okay. Have I created my own pattern before? Technically, no. I've like freehanded things, but I've never actually written my own pattern before. No. Like I'll make that a pattern, like I'll make like a bag or like a little holder for my sunglasses, or like I made. I wish I had it over here. This is one, but or like this is a little pouch thing that I made to hang my little stitch markers, whatever. Or I'll make random little things, but I've never actually like written down a pattern for anything. I think there was one thing going to, and I can't tell you what it was right now, which is bad because if it was the only thing, I would know what it was. For this, I haven't been following a pattern yet, but I'm going to have to when I get done with the panel, because I'm going to have to figure out how to just, I know how to go all the way around, but I'm not sure how to like just go back and forth to make the back part longer. So I've got to figure that out. So I guess it won't be all freehand because I gotta cheat and watch a tutorial. But I'm very thankful for all the people that make patterns. I'm starting to grasp the idea of making patterns, but it's still kind of like, I don't know, tricky to grasp. Who's that? I have no idea what they're talking about. Okay. That looks weird. I think I accidentally put another stitch in or something. Still here. Time consuming. Oh no. I'm excited to see it though. I bet I know some of them. I mean, heck, it takes me like a while to do my nails. Just plain, pretty much. So I can't imagine like actually doing a design how long it would take me. Because I know if I just do like, a couple coats and a clear coat and maybe some glitter or something like that, that takes a while to cure everything and do it again and cure it again and do it again and cure it again. You know, it takes some time. Oh, she's cat eyes and flowers. Ooh, always like flowers. And cat eyes always pretty. Still never wore my green nails, but I can't do them right now because I've got to weed the gardens. Last year, I made that mistake of having nails like right when we planted the garden and they started growing. And that's when I really need to be like out in the garden pulling the weeds up and stuff. And doing that with nails on, you're asking to nails. You're just asking to get dirt all under them, to lose nails. Nope. I can't like get up in the roots. Nope. Do it. So I just have to not wear them for a little while. And once all the weeds are gone and it's a little better, then I'm okay to put some nails back on. Plus, I don't want to risk like getting dirt and water up under them and like weird stuff. No, no, no. No, 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 no. That stuff scares me. Like, oh, the dermatitis and the this and the, no, that stuff scares me. Heck no. Do not want any of that. All right. Is it intermission time? I think intermission time. All right, I gotta take my mic off because nobody wants to hear me, including myself. Finish this stitch and then I'll take my mic off and I'm gonna go to the restroom and I will be back. If I wasn't under his blanket, I would put it on Arthur, but I think he's under his right now. Usually when I go and walk away, I put the camera on Arthur so that you guys can at least look at little Arthur while I'm gone. However, I think someone's buried under the covers today. I said I was going to do that one stitch and get up and look at me. I do that. We all do that. One more, I swear. I do that. My husband's like, are you going to do it? I'm like, yeah. And I'll be like, stitch, and I'll do like 3 more. He doesn't know the difference between 1 and 3. Okay, you know what I'm saying? All right. Put my iPad over here. All right, guys. Mic's on. Yep. All right. I will be back in just a moment. Yeah. All right. BRB. Here you go. You can admire the lovely colors while I'm gone. Oh, I hit my thing. Almost turned my mic off. Ah! Stop it! Stay! Listen to me. Thank you. Here, there you go. Lovely. BRB. Hey, baby boy. I see ya. All right, I'm back. Pick up the microphone, put it back on. Ooh, my hands smell like honeysuckle because I have honeysuckle soap, and I love it. I'm obsessed with honeysuckle. It's my favorite smell in the whole wide world. Literally. All right. Where is it? Okay, I was like, is the hook still up there? No, it's right here. Where'd it go? Here it is. All right, so what do I have left? I have blue, green, and then orange. So I only have, after this row, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more colors, and then I'll have 2 matching panels, and then I can decide whether to ground it with pink and then do the cuffs or not. Because my other one, it stops on orange, and I kind of think I want to go around one more time with the pink, just so that it's like obviously pink before I do the pink cuffs. But it is going to be oversized. I did make it large. It will be oversized, but I kind of wanted it that way. Like most of the ones that I've seen on people are oversized, and I kind of like that. Next time I might make one a little shorter so that it's like above the butt instead of below the butt. But other than that, I'm excited for it. It's been a fun project to work on at night too, because it's so minds. But if I like it too, you know that I'm gonna make more. I'm definitely gonna make more in different colors. I want to make a black and white one. I want to make a half rainbow and half black and white one. I want to make probably a pink one. All kinds. If I like it, I'm gonna make a crap ton of them for myself, I bet. Let's see. And I want coffee. I almost got water, but I want coffee. Let's see. I don't know who that lady is. She's beautiful though. Lovey. Her name is Lovey. Luvvie. Lovey. That's cute. I've never heard of that name before. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta read the thing. I don't know, because to be honest, I don't really know you that well, and I probably shouldn't go live with anybody that is under 18, especially anybody that I don't know very well. But it's nothing personal. It's just I know that that can be looked upon strangely, and I understand I have younger watching me, and I'm fine with that. And younger people are into crochet, and that makes perfect sense. I also feel like there's a line there somewhere, and the internet is a weird place, and unfortunately, there's a lot of terrible people on the internet, and some people can't always tell the good people from the bad people, and you really can't. You never know sometimes with people, and so it's just tough. And so I just don't want anybody to be like that's a little strange. So that's all. Yeah. What is your next live? No, I know you, Juanita. I'm not saying you would. I'm not saying you would. I'm not saying you would or that you're a bad person or anything. I'm just saying that there are bad people on the internet, and unfortunately, there are a lot of bad people that are bad children on the internet, and people that are younger. And for younger people's parents, it would be hard for them to know that I'm not one of those people. Like I've had to look at it differently. Like I've thought of differently recently, and I watch a creator that does a lot of like content for awareness of like I don't know how to put it child exploitation. They do awareness for child exploitation basically, and so I'm very aware of that side of the internet, unfortunately. And so I know I would never put my pictures of my young children on the internet personally, just because I know that there's way too many bad people on the internet. And so it's hard for a parent to know that I'm not a bad person. And I don't want you guys as parents to see me and be like, well, why would that person be talking to my child? You know, that's all. I just don't want to give anybody the heebie jeebies, you know? Because, like I said, I'm seeing kids watch me and I'm totally fine with that. And I try to respect that. And I try not to curse and I try to be nice and I try to be positive and all that stuff. But I also feel like there is a little line there that you gotta be consistent with, and so that I will hold tight on that little line. But other than that, now if it's like a group thing where it was like a bunch of people going live on StreamYards or something, that might be different, or you know. But just personally, that's how I feel about it. Let's see. But I don't judge anybody else. And while I say that, I don't judge anybody who does post children pictures or whatever of their kids. I don't, because they're your kids. You do what you want to with them. You know, as long as you're nice to them, of course. But just personally, just knowing what I know, it scares me. So I would just be careful. Yeah, I heard about that. The ice bucket challenge is back. That's so crazy. I remember it was a thing the first time. I would not like to do that because I would turn into a brick if somebody poured ice water on me. I just lock up when I get cold. No, thank you. I'll be like, I'll donate the money anytime, which is basically, I don't understand because the whole point is like you donate the money, or it used to be donate the money or do the ice bucket thing. And then all the rich people were doing the ice bucket thing. I was like, no, that's not the point. You donate. But anyway, yeah, it's got to be safe. That's right. Seen a lot of news about. Yes, there is, Tanya. There is. There's this guy that I watch, and he can be a little extreme, and in some of his opinions, but some of his opinions are like they're very true. And he had like a podcast or whatever, and he talks about that stuff, and he talks about a lot of different like creators, like family channels and stuff. And some of those family channels, God bless, some, not all, some are definitely exploiting their poor children, and it's not okay. It's not right. They're making all this money off their children, and then they're just like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. And then they're like telling all these stories about what their children are experiencing and dealing with and going through, and they're telling the entire internet about it. And it's like, oh my gosh. It's like, I don't know if your child needs, because we've never had a generation that's grown up entirely, their entire life has been on the internet. So it's, you know, it's going to be interesting to see. Bless their hearts. I hope they're going to be okay, but I know it's going to be tough knowing every waking moment was on the internet from when you were like 0 to like 16, you know? So, yeah, yeah. When are you going to go live? Sorry. I did see that and I forgot. I will be going live again, I think on Thursday. If nothing changes, it'll be on Thursday. Around the same time, so between 11 and 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, that's normally when I go live, is Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I think that'll stay the same. It just may be the time that varies a little bit, because I may start doing them a little later so that I can have a little more time in between getting off work. Yeah, thank you, Tanya. I saw that and I forgot. I'm sorry. And so, anyway, hopefully it'll be something like that. But I'll figure out something with the time soon. I don't know yet. I got to think about it more. Let's have restrictions. Yes, it is. It is. It is. Because I feel like there was also one time there was this younger girl that was on Instagram that did like makeup or something, and she had like an account. It was like run by her parents, but still it was like her kind of account, and she was so sweet. And she used to go live on there, and I think she's the one whose giveaway I won one time or something, I think. But anyway, she doesn't do it anymore. I think her parents realized that it probably wasn't the best move. I think some people were rude to her, unfortunately, and that sucks because she was such a sweet little girl and she was doing makeup, which is like for fun, which is what she liked to do, you know, not to wear to school or anything, just like for funsies, and was doing lives doing it and stuff. And I think, unfortunately, some people were rude to her, and so she had to stop. But I hope one day when she gets older, she can do it again, you know, when she's older and more adult and prepared and ready for things like that. And hopefully, people will be nicer to her too, because she's a little older. Because, you know, people can see a young person and just be so mean. So, your love might not be about, but you would try to be true. Does this stay safe? Yes, sometimes still. Yes. I know. And I can't imagine, like, it was tricky, like growing up in the early, I guess, like mid early 2000s, you know, like being on the internet and stuff. And we're very lucky. Like, I know me and so many of my friends used to go on those little chat rooms and pretend that we were older than we were. And, you know, I mean, we're so lucky that we didn't, and so thankful that we didn't like give anyone our address or our phone number or meet with anyone or anything like that. Like, oh my gosh, you know, it's horrifying to just think. And nowadays it's so much worse and so much easier that it's like, oh my gosh, it's just terrifying. And then there are so many people that are just out there just waiting and looking for little young people, you know? So it's crazy. I was watching this show called I don't, what is the name of Sosa? SOSA. They have a YouTube channel too. And it's like these women that go undercover and like put predators in jail and stuff. And they go undercover as the young girls and talk to them on like FaceTime and stuff. And I think I've mentioned it before, but like they'll literally, it'll be like two of them sitting there together, and one of them will be on the camera, and the other one would be like if she was over here, and it's like she'll be off camera holding her hand, like because she's trying to help her like get through the phone call because it's so terrible, and it's just like, oh my god, people are awful. I can't believe it. I mean, I can, but I can't, like how awful people can be, especially to children, because children are so innocent. It's just wrong. I don't understand. Ooh, pancakes. Who's got pancakes? Yes, it is usually. It is. Thinking about the fact that I feel laughing is giving me so much anxiety. I don't know why they all. Well, don't do it if it's going to give you anxiety. Just only do it if it's going to make you feel like if you're okay with it, you know? Like, I never thought that I would go live like this. Honestly, if you would have asked me like 2 years ago, I would have been like, heck no. But one day something just kind of came over me and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to flip the camera around and it's going to be me today, you know? And it just, the day just happened. It wasn't planned. I just did it one day. I had been doing it on like my hands and stuff. And then one day I was like, you know what? I think I want to flip the camera around and I think I'm actually just going to show myself. And I can't believe I did that because I hate cameras, but I did. And it wasn't so bad, but it is nerve wracking. But if you're nervous, I recommend like maybe you start where the camera's not on you. Maybe it's just on like your hands or something you're doing or something like that. That can help you like ease into it if you're nervous. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, it's fun. I like doing it. It's fun. It's fun to talk to you guys. I always say I'd be crocheting anyway, probably. So this at least has me like sit down and not get distracted while I'm crocheting. So that's good. Time is it up? We got a few more minutes left, you guys. I think I'm gonna leave at about 2. So in about 5 minutes, I gotta go help my dad with some stuff. I think my phone's on do not disturb, so hopefully he hasn't been trying to call, but I'll find out in a minute. I have a piece of hair, and it's there. We go. Go over there. Get in the trash. Thank you. You're done with your nails. Yay! Good. I can't wait to see them. Let me take you to the first. Yes, but it gets better. That's right. It does get better. It is nerve-wracking and all that good stuff. But you can also, Juanita, you can also put it on sub-only mode where only people that subscribe to you can chat. And you can put it on like subscribers of over like 30 minutes or over a certain time period so that they have to subscribe and be subscribed for a certain amount of time to say anything. And that can be helpful if you're worried about like people, you know. I've done that once or twice. And yeah, so there are also things you can do that kind of help make you maybe feel a little more comfortable. Heck, I don't know what half of the buttons over here do on the live, to be honest. Um, let's see. That one flips the screen. The second one mutes it. I have no idea what the other buttons do. I think the bottom like a scheduled live thing. I think that one's like a background, but I'm scared to click them. I know that one's the like filter button, which I've clicked before and I can't tell a difference. Let me see. I clicked it, retouched. I can't really tell the difference. Hold on. Maybe a little bit. Oh, now I see it. I see it. Wrinkles gone, wrinkles there. Wrinkles gone, wrinkles there. Okay. But I don't know what half of those buttons even do. I'm scared to click them. So I always say I'm going to mess with them at the end of a live stream, and I never do it just to see what they do. Maybe I should do it since it's the end of the live stream. Okay, so I think this one is, let me click it. I think this one's the green screen button, right? Yeah, green screen. Okay. Ooh, no, I hate that. I hate that. Go away. Go away. Okay. Sorry. Hate that. But I don't know what the rest of them do. I have no idea. No idea. No. We're being slimed, right? Like, I hate that. It's so bad. No. It's like I don't hate my poor fish back there that much. I hate the wires coming out of it, but it's only because we're at this angle we can see them. But oh well. I'm glad you guys had a giggle. Glad you guys had a giggle. But yeah, I have no idea what half those buttons do, but one day I'll figure it out, I guess. I think I've tried to Google, but they added some extra buttons since the last time I like Googled it. So, does anybody use that green? I think I've seen like one person use the green. Most of the time when I see people do it, they hit it by accident. I don't think I've ever seen anybody use it on purpose. Maybe if you have an actual green screen, it actually works. Maybe. All right, let's see. Put this down here in a second. Put something. Tell you guys goodbye. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I'll be live Thursday unless something changes. I should be like normal, but I will try to make a community post and let you guys know that morning either way. And it'll be a little weird, so let's see. But yeah, I'm excited that I got another flower or two done, and I need to put the stems on them. So hopefully I'll have a full bouquet next time I see you. And if not, then I will have already given them away because I might give them to Grandma early. She's doing pretty good. Grandma did fall last week, but she's doing good. She was a little dehydrated, and so they took her in and gave her some fluids, and she's doing a whole lot better. So I'm glad. But I was worried about her. But I'm gonna be happy to go see her and give her some flowers. So I'll have to put the stems on them later, but I gotta finish them first. I'm gonna just see how many it takes to really fill up the. There's my fan. I'll see how many it takes to really fill up the vase. I'm at least another one here, and then arrange them in a proper order, of course. Yeah, so I need at least one or two more. purple ones to make it work. But I think it'll be cute when it's all done. And I know she will appreciate it. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. I really appreciate you guys for hanging out with me today. I had a good time. I hope you did. And I will see you guys later. Yeah, I'll let you know about Thursday, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. And if you have not already, hit the like button to let me know that you did like it, and subscribe and hit your notification bell so that you do know when I do go live. And yeah, I will see you guys hopefully on Thursday, and I appreciate all you guys so much. Thank you. Bye. Have a hard time with this button, I swear. Bye.